sorry I cut out. This is part 2 now. But, so they couldn't tell, or they could tell which concussion it was, which is kind of weird. I don't know how. But, they ended up finding my pupils are, one of them's permanently a little bit dilated. Don't know if you can see that. I'll get closer. But yeah, so one pupil is about 15% more dilated, which means my depth perception's always been off since then. And my eye brings in too much light, which was causing me a lot of headaches. So I have special glasses that have a prism in them and are tinted. Don't have them right here, so I'm just going to keep going. So I ended up also having to go to occupational therapy because my right eye, when moved, I don't know if it still does it much, my right eye was delayed in moving. So if I was looking at something and snapped over to the right, my left eye would be going before my right eye could. So I had to do that for a while. And then I finished Prairie Care after this. And then my dog passed away. So I put a lot into her during this time. As I've mentioned, I'm really big into dogs and all. So I put a lot into her. She was a big therapy for me. A little naughty beagle. So she ended up passing away the week after I got out of Prairie Care, which sucked because I didn't really have my big group anymore that I could talk through it with. And so about, I think it was 11 days after she passed away, we got a new dog. I don't know where he went. His name's Copper. Next time he walks by, I'll pick him up and show you. But he helped me get through a lot of the times then, because I very easily could have went back to sleeping until 2 in the afternoon and sleeping the whole day. But because we just got a little 4-month-old puppy, I had to take care of him because I was the only one home at the time because my sister's working and my parents were both working. So of the 4 of us that lived at home, I was the only one that could take care of him during the day. So he helped me get going again for a while. And then I was still going to occupational therapy at this time. And all of a sudden my mom got a phone call or a text saying my grandpa was in the hospital. No, she got a phone call from him saying that her dad, my grandpa, is having heart problems and some heart issues. So I don't know exactly what it is. I think he had an irregular beat. I'm not 100% sure though. So that was kind of scary. I felt I was going to lose a grandpa there. And so, yeah, that brought anxiety up pretty good. And then this brings us to now to around April, I think. And my mom was down visiting my grandpa. I think he might have been getting the operation done. My sister, I forgot where my sister was. I got 3 sisters. One's up in Fargo. One was teaching because she's the old one. She's already got a big girl job, according to her. So they were all gone. And my dad's a teacher too, so he was at work and couldn't leave quickly. And I forgot where my other sister was. She might have been visiting a friend out of town, kind of like an hour away or so. Couldn't make it back in time. But I went to a doctor appointment because I found a lump in a place where the sun don't shine. Is that what they call it? On my balls. Anyway, found a lump there, which is pretty scary because I know that could be anything, really. So my health was taking another hit, which wasn't fun to go through again. And so they ended up making me go get a ultrasound of it and all that. And I didn't want anyone in the room during it, but I wanted someone to help drive me through the appointment and talk to me too. But everyone wasn't there. Everyone was gone, so I had to do it all myself, which was terrifying. I cried at home for a little bit, and it was just not enjoyable at all. Everything ended up being okay with that though, but yeah, it was not fun at all. And then after that, I think a week or two later maybe, we got Susie, who's another dog. So we got 2 dogs now. They're quite the pair. They make me laugh all the time. And then so yeah, I love them both a lot. They help me get through a lot of stuff. And then I ended up having to go to PT for my back because I always have had back problems since I got injured my senior year in soccer senior year in high school. When I injured my back, I always had problems with it. So yeah, I had to go to PT for that, and I found out that I am over flexible, like hyper flexible, to the extreme. Because I did lose some range of motion in my neck, but I'm still way above average, they said. Because I can go past my shoulder both directions, really. So, yeah, I found that out, and I ended up finding out that because of I'm so flexible, that caused me to have a lot of injuries. Because I wasn't using my muscles really. I was just using ligaments at certain times. So I was damaging kind of and straining them. So that's kind of why I had some back problems, shoulder problems, and all that kind of stuff. All my joints at times are bad. And then it brings us to July, I believe. Yeah, late July, my sister got married. That was an experience. It was a big party. It was really fun. Crazy night. Because the reception went until about midnight. And then a big group of us stayed in the lobby of the hotel until about 3:30 in the morning. So that was a long night. It was fun. And then I'll mention something later. I started school at Century, and I got through the whole year pretty good. I didn't take a big workload for the first semester, especially. Second one was a little bit bigger, but I didn't want a big workload yet, just because I was working back into it and all. I knew I could handle it mentally. Well, not education mentally wise. Mental, like health wise, it was iffy. Didn't think I could. I wanted a low stress time, but I got through the entire year pretty good. And so that brings us kind of more to what today is. But I'll go back a couple months from what today is. Today's August 2nd, by the way. I don't know when I'm posting this. But my grandma died in June. In June. Not July. In June. But yeah, so my grandma passed away. So it's kind of hard. Still pretty hard. It hasn't really hit me yet, I don't think. I don't really know. But so, yeah, I remember I was down there for when she moved out of the house and went to the hospice home, because she was on hospice for a little bit in her own house, and some reason she was doing pretty good for a while, and then the day I got there, or I got there at night, and then the next morning she didn't get out of bed again. Well, she did once, and maybe to go to the bathroom, but she didn't really do anything anymore. My sisters were down there early in the week, and she was able to come out of the room and walk around more, but when I got there, she couldn't do really anything, which is kind of hard, because it was hard to see my grandma in that shape. But, so, she passed away about a week later, I think, a week and a half later, after that. So, currently in the process of, I'm not, thank goodness. My dad and his siblings are currently in the process of working through all that stuff, which is hard for them. It puts a lot of stress on them. But, yeah. So, guess that brings me up to where I am now. Certain things still hurt. As you can see, I cried. I don't like to cry. Although crying's good. Helps relax you a little bit. So yeah, I got through that. And my plans for the future now. I plan on going to Century for this upcoming semester. Fall of 2017. And then I plan on transferring to Concordia St. Paul in the future. And getting an education degree about, or not about, let me rephrase everything. I'm going to transfer to Concordia St. Paul, get an education degree, and end up teaching. I'm going to get it with a 912 chemistry license, so I can teach high school chemistry. And then I plan on going straight into a master's degree and getting a special education master's degree, focusing on behavior disorders and mental illness kind of stuff. Not as much as the physically handicapped or the mentally handicapped, but more of the like EBD type of kids and that kind of stuff. So that's what I plan on doing in the future. Pretty quick. I want to get my master's, and eventually I want to get up all the way to a doctorate and all. I want to work my way up though. So yeah, that's my plans for the future. And yeah, it's been a journey for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this to YouTube and probably share it on Facebook, but I don't know if I'm gonna do more stuff on YouTube really or not. I don't know. It's undecided. I'm not gonna edit any of this, so you guys probably can tell that by now. I'm not gonna do much with it, just because at this point I'm tired. I'm gonna go make a plate of nachos and, oh wait, 1 second. Gotta get the dogs. Copper, come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. This is Copper. He's pretty big. He's a good boy. Who's a good boy? He's a Treeing Walker Coonhound. He climbs up on these chairs all the time, so it's fine. Come here, Susu. No, Susie, come here. And this is Susie. She's a good girl. Although she's a big hunter. She's just a hound mix. We don't actually know what she is. She doesn't really go on the chairs. So, alright. I may post more videos in the future. I don't really know. So, bye, I guess. Thanks for watching it all.